Coast TV News, First Alert Meteorologist Chris Mastrobuono with this latest edition of Weather 101. In this week's series, we are discussing radiational cooling. What does that mean? So, okay, we have the sun there on the right. So the sun obviously heats up the ground throughout the day. So as that radiation hits the ground during the day, the ground heats up. And then as the sun sets, all that heat escapes and rises up into space. Now, when you have cloud cover in play, think of it as, when you're laying in bed, you have a blanket over you, it gets real warm. All of that heat gets kind of insulated, kind of remits back to the surface. So the cloud cover acts as a blanket. So therefore, the temperatures aren't going to fall all that much. But in another scenario, when you have clear skies, that's when you get your radiational cooling. So as that ground heats up during the day, that heat then escapes into space throughout the night, and the temperatures were low. That's when you have clear skies, calm winds, away from a body of water. You'll get those temperatures really begin to fall very rapidly, especially during the spring, fall, and the winter season. So you may hear us say, well, with clear skies, calm winds, we'll get that radiational cooling. So even though the models may say, well, we're going to fall into the, say, around 50 tonight, if you get that radiational cooling, it's going to be more like the mid-40s, low to mid-40s. And, obviously there's areas across Delmarva that tend to be cooler than others, specifically western Sussex County, western Kent County, portions of the midshore, and those areas that are more cooler than the coast. So that's the radiational cooling. You get the heating of the day, the ground warms up, that heat escapes into the space, and that cools that area very rapidly. So we've seen that recently as well, past couple nights, and we'll see it many more times here as we push through the fall and enter the winter season. So hopefully you know what radiational cooling is now, and we'll see you throughout the week on Coast TV News. Have a safe and spectacular weekend.